Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Extraordinary Expletive. You got your boy J Dubs over here.
Kenny G's back here, and with us tonight we have our guest, Chris Eaton. He is a local artist. He's probably going to be one of our most unique artists because he's never actually played a show, he's never actually recorded, and he's written like 2 songs. So we're at the forefront of getting you out there.
Yeah, Chris is his name. You're Chris Brown, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, and so you go by the name Chris Eaton because
Well, Chris Brown, the kind of music I sing typically is country music, and I feel like Chris Brown and the country music, since there's already a Chris Brown out there, it would be kind of a confusing thing, and I don't ever want to be mistaken. You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah.
You don't want to have that one big smash hit to the face.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So.
Yeah, like Rihanna took.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I did Eaton. That's my mom's maiden name.
Before we get
Okay,
started
okay.
today, anyone who's watching the video, if you notice, Josh is wearing one of our T-shirts, The Extraordinary Expletive. Those were made by Lowland Company, so if you want to go check them out on Facebook, they do all kinds of stuff. We'll have tumblers here too, so you can get all of anything you want crafted. Vicky, the owner of Lowland Company, can probably do.
Yeah, for sure, man, and quality work. It's I think it's gonna hold up pretty well, man. I like it. So we will have these available for sale too, if you guys would like to grab a T-shirt from us or a tumbler.
Get with us first, and we'll get like a pre-sale. See how many we need to make.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so this is going to be our technical episode 3, but it is going to be our 4th episode. So once a month, what we're going to be doing is this artist interview thing. And Chris, I'm glad that you came in. This is something I'm excited to do. This is what Kenny and I talked about doing. We want to breathe life back into like the local music scene because this area like kind of died out. Like back when we were like teenagers, dude, we had like North Sharon Fire Hall,
could
Curtis
go to
Street,
a different show like every week, like Chestnut Street Cafe, Sharon Fire Hall. All kinds of places. Pretty much anymore. It's like Susie's in Youngstown might have like a show like once a month.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, and I mean you get artists from everywhere out there, but you know we're out in Mercer. You know what I mean? It's a damn near 40-minute drive. Like,
and the crazy part too is you will get like artists all the time. Like you'll see all the time places like Brew 32 or Crooked Tongue Brewing and stuff. They'll have people in to play music, but they're just guys playing covers. Like Russ Saylor's, he's a really good musician. Russ can play instruments, he can sing, but he just does Beatles covers. You know? So it's like
I think I seen him at the Keg.
He's really good.
Yeah,
I love Russ.
yeah, I digged him.
But he
Doug.
him. we're trying to get like more like guys with original content. Like that's what we're looking for. Like I want to go see a band that I've never heard of before play some songs of just, you know.
Yeah, like I mean there's tons of cover bands out there right now. Especially I mean like in our local area we've got 2 that are pretty big. 5 Deep and then the Side Effects. And my wife's cousin Bob actually plays drums for the Side Effects. They're amazing at what they do. Don't get me wrong, but like you're going to go see them play other people's music. You know what I mean?
Even Velveeta was the big one around here for years.
Yeah.
And Velveeta, I love Velveeta. I love them every time I see them play.
I miss Seth's band, man. Like that
Thick
was
as
always
Thieves?
fun to watch. Yeah, dude. Thick as Thieves was sick.
Thieves were fun.
My favorite thing about them,
That was played at the Clark House.
yeah.
The Clark House has a lot of like they have music every Friday, but like it's usually like every 3 weeks. It's a band called Government Cheese, which is just a cover band.
Yeah. That's pretty cool name.
Yeah, so I mean, like, what got you into music? Like, what was like your first inspiration? Like, why did you pick up a guitar? You know what I mean?
Well, back when I was growing up, I'm from Georgia originally. I moved up here about a year ago, and so my mom and dad always listened to old rock and old country music and stuff, and I always liked it. I used to sing along. You know, I enjoyed it. I was always the more outgoing kid, you know, and I was about a sophomore in high school. And I was sitting there singing, and people were like, "Hey, man, you actually sound pretty good when you sing with the recordings and stuff, like on the radio." I was like, "Well, thank you." So I figured, hey, what the hell? I might as well pick up a guitar and learn how to play it. So I taught myself to play, and I went from there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Open that door. Thank you so much.
Apologize for that. Yeah, I noticed a little mosquito coming in here, and the back door is open there. But yeah. So self-taught, like you never took any lessons, no theory, nothing like that.
No, sir. Yeah, I just picked up a little chord book. And
Did you go online and like learn tabs or anything?
With the tabs, I kind of just figured it out on my own because it just tells you what string to play on, what fret and everything.
Right.
It seemed pretty easy. So
Yeah, and then like the difference between that and like actual music, besides like the notes, you know what I mean? Like it tells you tempo and all that.
right,
Like I'm also a self-taught guitarist. I did tablature as well, but you know, to like, okay, well, how fast do I play this or blah blah blah. Like you got to listen to the song and then you get
Right.
the tabs there. Any tab site in particular you ever used?
there's the one. It's called Ultimate Guitar.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one like
Hell
everyone
yeah.
uses.
That's
They have a really, really cool feature on that website. They have a scroll option,
Yeah.
and you can change it. I mean, it's an auto scroll, so you can change it to move quick or move, slow. So you can actually turn the song on, your Pandora if you own it, whatever you want,
Right.
and then turn the tabs on and click the auto scroll, and it'll slowly go down, so you're looking at it while you're playing it. You know what I mean?
You're
And
right,
I
yeah.
never knew you could do that. Met up with this kid in Pittsburgh. He's like, "All right, you want to learn a new one today?" And I was like, "All right," and he threw that on.
They have a limited number of bass tabs on that website, though.
True.
Yeah.
That's I mean that's how I learned how to play bass was through tablature. The drums I took in school and stuff, so like that's how I know how to play. That's how I know how to keep a beat,
Yeah.
and that's how like whenever people are off in timing, I'm like, how are you that far off?
Yeah.
But then again, I'm like, okay, I've been doing this since I was like 9 years old too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I dabble a little bit. I play bass, some guitar. I play drums. Been doing drums maybe like 3 years. I'm not that great yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there for
Yeah.
sure.
For sure, man.
So like how do you think like the music you're writing now, like how do you think that would stand up to some of the more popular country artists out there nowadays?
I mean, do you think you're worthy?
Do I think I'm worthy? I hope
Do you
I'm worthy.
think you're worthy?
Well, I sure as hell hope I am. I'll be honest, man. The thing about modern country music, what you hear on the radio, is it's primarily super overproduced, in my opinion, and it's very.
I agree with that 100%. That's why, like, I'll tell people, like, I don't like country music, but I do like the country music I grew up with.
Right.
I grew up on Alan Jack. Like, honestly, I listened to country until I was 10 years old, and then I've said this on this podcast at least twice, that somebody was like, here's the Metallica's Black Album, and I just fucking changed.
Rock music.
To the point where I'm wearing a Gojira shirt right now. And you probably don't even know who Gojira is.
I don't know who they are, man.
Okay. They
There you
will
go.
melt your
It's all
face.
good. Yeah.
But like I grew up on like Shania Twain, Alan Jackson,
Yeah.
Toby Keith, that kind of stuff. So like, there's a radio station around here now that plays like '90s country, and
Yeah.
I'll just occasionally like turn it on because I'm tired of the same pop songs. Like, I think that modern country music now it's way too pop for me.
It is.
And that's weird because I like pop music. I just don't like pop music with like a violin and a steel guitar.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, and like the little pedal steels they'll use, and they just produce it so much.
And I mean, they just say shit too, where they're like, I'm driving in my four-wheel drive. Well, what the fuck does that mean? Because that could be a Jeep, that could be a fucking truck, that could be a four-wheel. You know what things are made in fucking
They're
four-wheel drive?
appeasing to the masses, though. You know what I mean? They're definitely
Yeah,
going
well,
for a
it's
certain
just
crowd of
fucking
people.
Generic, cookie cutter shit.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
I mean, that's why I do like Chris Stapleton a little bit.
Right. Me too.
I'm not going to say here and be like, yeah, I love Chris Stapleton. Like, but everything I've ever heard by him, I'm like, wow, that's enjoyable because like, it's not overproduced. It's not poppy. I feel like it's what country should be.
Yeah,
Because I feel like he actually has a soul behind it.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like somebody else wrote it for him. Because like I mean, even a lot of those artists you were talking about, like that early '90s country, a lot of those were wrote by people. People paid them for that song. They got a certain amount of money, and then they sung it.
There's a
Yeah.
reason why Garth Brooks sold so many records. Like,
There is a reason.
Yeah.
For sure.
Chris Brown, do you know that fact? Garth Brooks sold more records in the '90s than any other artist.
I did not know that. That's pretty interesting.
There you go.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah.
So I mean, like, where do you pick up like inspiration
Yeah,
for
like
writing
which
stuff?
artist for you?
Primarily, my major inspirations are Brooks and Dunn. That's a duo from the '90s.
Nice, yeah.
And also, I really like Travis Tritt. Travis
I've
Tritt.
never listened to Travis.
What? Here's a quarter. Call someone who cares.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
No,
what my
I've never-
mom raised me on, man.
Yeah, man. He was a good songwriter.
I know a little bit about Brooks and Dunn. Didn't one of them just die?
No.
Which
no.
one? Which band am I thinking of then? There's another country band where one of them just died.
Well, you had
Simon and Garfunkel.
No, Simon and Garfunkel.
that's like more folk, huh?
There was one of them that just died. I don't know. Just continue.
Well, Daryl Singletary just died, but he was by himself. He was a solo artist.
No, this is a couple months ago. There
Oh.
was a plane wreck or something. So like, other than like artist wise, like what's your primary inspiration for writing a song? Like whenever you write a song, what's going through your head?
When I write a song, I typically like to tell a story. I like the ballad kind of style of things.
I think that's good that you tell. Like I always like song. We talked about this before. Like songs that tell a story, something you can listen. The first time I ever heard "Hurricane" by Bob Dylan,
Oh yeah.
blown away. But what like I mean, are you drawing on like personal, like like something that happened to you in person, or like are you just writing a story pretty much?
Well, it depends.
Are you telling a personal story, or are you just writing one like
Let him finish.
fiction? Sorry.
I do a little bit of both. I've written one song that was a personal story about what I was going through at that time when I wrote it, and I think that those songs are really what the sum of country music should be, because Hank Williams Sr., who I say is the king myself, he always said that country music is just a story, man. It's just a real life story, you know. It is the truth, and the thing that makes country music is sincerity. That's what he said, and I quote. And sincerity comes from a person telling their experience, a person telling what they're going through, and then the audience being able to relate that to their life. And there's a lot of genres that do that, but country music I've always felt like is America's music. It's the music of the soul. It's the music that came from the immigrants who told the old ballads of the folks, like the folk stories from like Europe and all those other places. And they mixed it and they twanged it a little bit, and then it progressed and progressed over the years. So that's why I try to write more personal. But I do write some stuff that's fictitious, because you have to. I mean, I ain't never killed nobody. You know what I'm saying? I like the murder ballads. I write some murder ballads every once in a while, but
Yeah, one of the guys I listen to, Tyler Childers, like amazing guy, but he sings a lot. He'll make up fictitious stories about like coal mining is a big one, because where he's from, you know what I mean? That's what his family did and stuff,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
West
and that's
Virginia.
yeah, it like ruined a lot of lives and all that. So like he sings a lot about it.
Yeah.
It's cool to hear, you know what I mean? Because he's kind of singing from a personal aspect, but at the same time he's making something up as he's going, you know what I mean?
Right.
But
Yeah.
for me, yeah, I agree. Like the pop country scene is just, I don't know, it's getting out of hand. I can see from what you said, like, you want to relate to a person while you're singing at the same time. And I think nowadays they've kind of taken that and targeted a certain group of people.
Yes, they
You know what I
have.
mean?
Yes.
Like driving in my 4x4, hey, this guy likes a Ford. Like I'm going to sing about a Ford. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they kind of bring that home. It's like, yeah, of course this guy's going to relate to it. Look at him. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's the way it goes. But I don't know. Like I like more down homey, kind of like raw sounding country. Like
That's me.
I'd say more like folky. You know what I mean? That's like bluegrass. I mean, if you want to call that country, I love that shit.
Well,
dude.
yeah. Going back on Chris Stapleton, he used to be in a band called the Steel Drivers, and that was
Yeah.
a bluegrass band.
What? I didn't know that was Stapleton.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I listen to Steel Drivers all the time.
Very good. I mean, that's bluegrassy. He had the Johnson Brothers. He was in the Johnson Brothers. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're more rock,
No.
but they're a pretty good band. I like them. But yeah, I mean,
I didn't even know who Chris Stapleton was until like 8 months ago.
really.
Yeah, I heard Tennessee Whiskey, and that's like
Yeah, I heard.
that's the only
That's
thing.
how I heard about him, because I was. They had him on the one local radio station around here does like their Sunday night. They have like their House of Blues, and they'll just play blues music. And
Yeah.
they played that song, and I was like, this is a country song. But then I'm like, I actually enjoy this.
For sure.
It's a David Allen Coe song, but
Well,
Yeah.
true. It's
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. You said that earlier. What was who was the original recording? You said
George Jones.
George
Jones
Jones.
recorded that song, and then David Allen Coe recorded it later for himself. I'm not sure which album it was.
what is up with the like old country songs that I enjoy, or by one guy, and then they were covered by somebody else, and then somebody else did like a third version that became like the most famous one?
That's super common.
Because
yeah,
like
look at All Along the Watchtower.
yeah, well, no, because with country though, like Bob Dylan wrote Wagon Wheel,
Yeah.
and then Old Crow Medicine Show did it, and then
Darius Rucker.
Hootie.
Yeah, Hootie. That's who
We
he
will
really
never
is.
call him Darius. He will never be Darius Rucker on the
Not
show.
my house.
He is
Always
always
Hootie.
Hootie to me.
I
Yeah.
agree.
They're actually coming back doing a tour as
I'm-
Hootie and the
I'm
Blowfish.
gonna go and
That's
see that tour because I love Hootie.
Nostalgia,
and the Blowfish.
man, right
Hell
there.
yeah. It's a good band.
So like, who's definitely like your favorite out there right now?
On the modern scene,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say like regular country that people would listen to on the radio or something.
So like you've already said, like Hank is king to you. Well, who's like somebody who's still recording, producing, touring?
there's a guy named Cody Johnson, and he's from Texas, and he's what they call the Texas modern country music scene. He's kind of more of like a adult side, a more mature side of the modern country side of like how things are going nowadays. He's really good. He tours a lot. You'll hear him. I went to Texas about a year ago, and he was on the radio all over the place. And he's really good. He sings good songs. He was a rodeo guy. He sings about his experience in the rodeo, things like that, you know. But he's really good. And yeah.
No, go ahead, continue.
Oh well, I mean, he's got the kind of voice that's not super hardcore fake. You know what I'm saying? Like you have guys like I love Justin Moore. Don't get me wrong, he's a good artist, but the accent just seems so strained and so just
like painted on.
You know what I'm saying? And Luke Bryan's kind of guilty of it too. I feel like, but that's Cody Johnson just has that true Texas twang, that drawl. And he just kind of doesn't try to fake it. He just goes with it. He sounds smooth, you know, and I really like that. I like his lyrics. And, you know, there's not a whole lot of synthetic beats, which, God, I can't tell you how much I hate synthetic beats in country music. That shit drives me crazy.
Yeah, I know, that does too.
The snaps and the snares, I can't stand
because well, the snaps and the snares, the problem with that is, like, you hear that in a country song, and then you turn it over to a pop station, you hear the same exact thing.
To you, man. Like Ariana Grande, you know, you'll hear it on one of her songs, and you come out and it's like Dustin Lynch, or what's his name? Dustin Lynch, yeah. He's sitting there, and you have the same damn beat, and you're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
you know,
this ain't country.
Yeah, this ain't no country. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you put on a cowboy hat, singing an accent, and play an acoustic guitar, like, you know, you're not fucking Toby Keith. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Chill out,
man.
dude. Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of the modern country artists, I feel, are like suburban rednecks.
I'm from Georgia. I know about the suburban rednecks. There are people right on the outskirts of Atlanta that live in super nice, fancy houses. Oh, daddy's a chiropractor. Daddy's a lawyer. But I drive this really badass 4Runner. I'm country.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
My big issue with that is like, hey, man, you ever tow anything with that? No. Why the hell you got them tow mirrors on there?
Yeah, right.
Well, they're big. They look nice.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying like if you live in like if you have a chiropractor and a doctor for like parents or like you live in a nice house, you can't be a good country artist. But like, whenever I hear him singing about stuff like, you know, like you said, like in the coal mine and stuff, I'm like, no, that's not how it was. It's like whenever you hear Kid Rock talking about singing Sweet Home Alabama, and I'm like, Kid Rock, you're from Detroit.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Shut up.
Get the hell out of here. Or them guys that'll sing about plowing the land, and you know, there's like they're damn from Atlanta or something. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? You never plowed no field.
Yeah, it's like Dolly Parton. She has that coal miner's daughter song because she was the daughter of a coal miner.
Well, that's Loretta Lynn.
Or okay, I don't know country music, Chris Brown.
Chris Eaton.
I thought Chris Eaton. I thought it was Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton had another song.
She had Blue Smoke. That was one that was about a train though. I'm trying to think of something that could be
There's something I don't know. I'm talking about. I was literally raised on the TV show Hee Haw. But
Hee Haw, yeah.
I think every episode of Hee Haw is exactly the same.
Oh, it is.
Have you ever
Never
seen Hee Haw?
No. What's the basis?
It's just a country music show, basically.
It's
Like
kind of like an Opry. It's kind of
It's kind of like
Okay,
Randall
okay.
Rock. Like they'll have like a few comedy sketches, and then they'll be like, "Okay, here's Conway Twitty." Like that's
Yeah.
like,
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty.
yeah, the Family Guy Conway Twitty. He's playing on Hee Haw.
That's Hee Haw, literally. That's what
He's
that is.
actually playing on Hee Haw.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Johnny Cash show. Back when they had the Johnny Cash show, it's similar to that.
Okay.
But they would have like the same sketches on every single episode.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Grandpa, what's for dinner tonight?" He'd be like, "Possum stew."
Everybody
And
go,
then like
"Ha ha."
everybody like, "Oh, ha ha," like clapping. And then like the next episode, they'd be like, "Grandpa, what's for dinner?" He's like, "Roadkill delight." And everybody's like, "Oh, ha ha." I'm like, it's the same fucking sketch.
yeah, this is very predictable.
But they literally the show ran for like 20 years.
Jesus.
It was all about the music, I feel like.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
more about it ran from like the 50s until like the 80s. Mm-hmm. But they had every country artist played on Hee Haw.
Hell yeah.
Hee Haw is the
Name of the show.
Limp Bizkit of country.
Yeah, but
Had everybody on that show. Dude.
no, they did.
Yeah, that's
I
sweet.
mean, like Johnny Cash, Conway Twitty, Dolly Parton,
Loretta, Merle Haggard. I mean, all of them. Man.
I do love Merle Haggard.
I love me some Merle.
I grew up on that was my grandfather. He loved Merle Haggard and like we'd listen to him all the time. So
Yeah, man. Big City, good album.
Yeah. How do you feel? This is a funny question, but how do you feel about like the Dixie Chicks, like that kind of style?
To be honest, I'm not a big fan.
what's your answer?
No.
What's your fucking answer? I said you watch what you say.
Do you like the Dixie Chicks?
It depends. Sometimes I'm like sometimes I like there's certain songs by them I'm like those songs are really good, But again, I grew up at a time whenever everybody loved the Dixie Chicks.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, later on, they made some comments, you know, and people got all pissed off. And
Well, I feel, that was a very strong thing of them to do. Losing fans and all that.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude. I'm saying it in my word. Like, they didn't
Yeah.
give a damn.
yeah,
Like, I'm not going to go and lie and say, oh, I didn't feel like that just to appease some crowd. Like, fuck it, dude. Like, I already
Yeah.
made my money. You guys are still going to buy my CDs. Like,
well, they stopped.
yeah.
They did.
Well, whatever, man.
I think it's important to keep politics out of music unless
Yeah.
you're like a Bob Dylan or something.
Yeah,
Which-
that's
Unless
like,
you're the Nuge.
yeah,
Yeah, Ted.
Ted Nugent for president. But I don't know. That's what people do nowadays, man. That's how, like, sad to say, but that's like what America is. It's that brainwash. Like, hey,
Everything's political.
It
this
is.
celebrity said that he really cares about John Kerry, so I think I'm gonna vote for John Kerry. Like, hey, do you know what he's running on? Like, what's his platform? No, but Kanye West said he's pretty good. It's like, dude, you're a fucking retard. Like,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Don't just vote because Shaq said that fucking Icy Hot was cool. Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, go try it
I
first.
see Hot works pretty good, though.
Yeah,
It does. I've
did.
tried it.
I think Biofreeze is a little bit better.
But like, that's the advertisement thing. So like, you get like a country artist who, I don't know, like put him in front of a truck and what the hell? I can't remember the guy's name. Maybe he wasn't even actually a country artist. It was just a song, but they had that country like a rock song. Like a rock. It was like a guy in a cowboy hat playing a guitar with blue
Do you
jeans
mean
on.
the old fucking Chevy commercials?
Yeah, dude. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that really appealed to the masses who,
Yeah.
hey man, I wear cowboy hats and blue jeans.
Dude, that's awesome.
I need a fucking Chevy. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird how music has that kind of inspiration on people. Like,
Yeah, man.
that's one thing that we've been talking about. Like, music is in itself one thing, but it's like an umbrella, dude. It branches out and it touches people's lives in multiple ways that you never even think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, one thing we talked about, like, imagine a scary movie, like a horror film, without music in it.
It won't be shit.
Like, there's no jump scares, nothing, dude.
No,
Because
man.
it's just like, oh, shit.
He just pops out.
Yeah, was it? Oh, but then, like, you get music and it's, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And I mean, whenever you like write a song though, like, how do you want people to feel when they hear it? Like, if you write a song where you're,
Apologize for that. I think my dog just took off. Right, a country
so
song,
like,
but-
say you write a song like about heartache. Do you want people to relate to that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good. Country music's always been really, really known for the heartbreak songs, for the, I'm in this position. My girl cheated on me, or my man cheated on me. So when I write a song, I do like to write about heartbreak. I like to write about things that happened to me, like I said, that I can relate and know that somebody can relate to. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and tell them, oh, I drive this particular brand of pickup and I wear this exact kind of cowboy hat and these boots because I'm country, like a lot of these guys do.
Right.
I like to write the songs that really mean something to somebody. Like a song that I used to listen to in a hard time in my life was a song by Brooks and Dunn called "He's Got You," and it's a song about a guy or a girl that the narrator was with, who is now with somebody else, and he's basically saying, I don't understand why. What's he got that I don't, is an actual quote from the song, and I just feel like that is very relatable to a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Kenny was talking on our last episode, he was going through a hard time when he was up in college, and girl and him had broken up, and what's the song?
We didn't break up.
Oh,
I mean,
well.
it was basically like, she was like, yeah, I want to be together with you, but like, we can't be together because you're moving. And I'm like, but I'll move down. No, we can't be together.
And then,
Yeah, man.
what was it?
Losing a whole year by 30.
Losing a whole year, yeah. So it's like relatable, losing a whole year, like he wasted all that time for nothing. And,
Yeah, no, for sure. Just to See You Smile by Tim McGraw, that's a great one. I mean, he even talks about how he moved out of state so she could go to her new job for her. So yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. That's relatable.
Yeah, man, it's cool to have that type of music to listen to, especially like when you're feeling down, or even like if you're happy, dude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah,
that's the kind of shit that's like cool. It's relatable. Like I said, music touches you in a lot of ways.
it
man.
does.
Like,
Yeah,
it makes you feel good. Like even when you're sad, it's funny how like when you're sad, you listen to sad music and it makes you more sad. But by the end of it, like
You
you're like,
just want to listen to more sad
yeah,
music.
damn, dude, that cry really made me feel good.
I gotta do it again.
Yeah, it's actually weird because like there were songs that I listened to like whenever I was like really because I was depressed for a long time, but there were songs that I used to listen to all the time, and I tried listening to them again now, and I'm like, I don't have any feelings for this. Like,
Yeah.
I still like The Scientist by Coldplay.
Ooh.
Like that song touched me in some places because of some things I was going through, but like now, like I listened to it a while ago, I'm like, That's a good song, but like I'm not crying anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
a good
weird.
One. No, I mean, you know, Willie Nelson recorded that too.
Did he really?
He did, and it's an
What?
incredible song.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to that later.
We'll
That is
yeah,
good.
probably actually whenever we're done recording here, we're gonna listen to it.
Hell
Yeah,
it's
it's
awesome.
That's usually what happens. We'll talk about some songs, and then afterwards we go on Josh's computer and we listen to them.
Yeah,
Like I showed him Machine Head's cover of Negative Creep, and you're like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and then what the hell? Everlast was a metal band. Fucking
Or-
about shit.
no,
myself. Oh, well, not Everlast.
Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray. Yeah, I about shit myself. That was nuts.
Yeah.
So like, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna go on the Nine Inch Nails song "Hurt."
I was thinking the same thing, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then Johnny Cash went and did it. And I mean, to be honest, I really do like the Nine Inch Nails version a lot.
Yeah.
It's weird when you listen to him though, because whenever you listen to the Nine Inch Nails version, you're like, that's about his drug addiction, and when you listen to Johnny Cash, you're like, that's about just being 70 years old and going through a lot of heartache.
And because your wife just died and you're about to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know how many people I've gotten in
He
arguments
died 2
about?
weeks after the album came out.
he did.
No shit?
No, seriously, he did.
No,
it
it was either right before or right after it came out he died.
was crazy.
I think it was like 2 weeks before the album came out he died.
That's nuts. But you know how many arguments I've gotten in with people, like, you know, big country music fans telling me Johnny Cash wrote that? And I'm like,
No, he did
no,
not.
dude. I was like, yeah, sit down. Let me educate you real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're here in Mercer, Pennsylvania, by the way, which is the home of Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he,
he
still
was-
comes through occasionally.
Yeah.
He'll go to Shenango Valley Movie Theater and all that shit.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? It's up the road. Reznor or something.
Yeah, it was his grandparents owned it.
Yeah. We pick up some of their shit at work, actually.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's out of our
Let's
city.
not plug the company on work.
Yeah,
Let's not plug the company
Yeah,
on our.
nobody knows where it's at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
it's a place, undisclosed.
So, branching away from country music, I mean, you got any other inspirations, or like I'd say like a favorite genre that you listen to outside of there?
Outside of country music,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I do like some of the early punk music.
Punk?
What?
I'm talking about like the kind of grungy punk, like some Sex Pistols. I can get with some
Oh
of that.
no! Because I think the Sex Pistols are like the worst band ever.
You don't like the Sex
I
Pistols?
hate the Sex Pistols so much.
I can get behind some like of the newer punk.
If they were all dead, I would be okay with it. Like I hate the Sex Pistols.
I feel
I'm-
like that was their intent.
Have you ever seen the
Pretty
movie?
much, it was their intent. And
You
that's
know.
what people were like, the Sex Pistols are so shocking. I'm like, why? They just said some bullshit. Like, they didn't do anything. Like,
No.
they made
Yeah.
one album. They did a few tours. They were like, yeah, fuck the Queen. I'm like, okay, like, ooh,
The
edgy. Like,
Have you
No.
ever seen the movie SLC Punk?
Actually, no, I have
No.
not.
What? You've never seen it either?
No.
Oh my god, you'd love it. Oh my god, what the hell is his name? He plays Shaggy in Scooby Doo.
Oh my God, what is his name?
James Vanderbeek.
No, it's wait.
I can't think of his name. But he plays in it, and it's just him and his buddy, and they're two anarchists. And they live in this like shitty house or whatnot, and he's like narrating the story as it's going on, and he's like this punk wears leather, fucking like, you know, hardcore in the shows and shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, I fucking hate the Sex Pistols. Fuck the Sex Pistols. He's like, all these fucking fake punks around here walking around. Anarchy in the UK. He's like, bitch, you don't know a goddamn thing about anarchy. They're always like, oh, well, the sun never sets on the British Empire. Yeah? Well, the sun never sets on my asshole. Like, you know what I mean?
That's pretty
And
good.
he's just shitting on all of them because there's a lot of American people who picked up that same vibe. You know what I mean? Who
Yeah.
are like, hey, man, I'm really into British shit now. Like, I'm going to start driving on the left side of the road.
Anarchy.
Yeah, dude, fuck it.
What like newer punk bands are you into though?
Like the newest punk band, because like the new stuff, I don't know if I can really get behind it too much, but the most recent band that I can listen to their music and appreciate would be like My Chemical Romance.
Oh, see, that's like emo though. That's not
Yeah.
like punk.
No, they're metal, remember?
They're we had
Yeah,
that.
oh
Yeah.
totally.
Dude, I love, actually on our first episode, we were talking about genres, and they were rated in one of the top, what,
They were like
150
it
or
was
something?
the top 100 metal albums of the 21st century. So from like 2000 onward, and they were like number 33 with Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. And I'm like, that's not
Yeah.
even a fucking metal album.
Yeah.
They're not even a fucking metal band.
They're not.
Who did this consensus? This is
I mean, like, how do you feel about like Green Day and stuff like that wave of punk?
Honestly, I never liked Green Day much. I know a lot of people did, but I just did not like their music. I don't like the lead vocalist. I just don't like the
Wow.
sound.
You're like,
Damn.
fuck Billy Joe Armstrong.
No, I don't. Not that. It's just like it's not my thing. I mean, I like punk music because my step grandfather, he really kind of like showed it to me when I was a kid.
He's like 5 years old as a grandfather walks out.
No,
like,
seriously.
He has like no hair. He's like just old. He's like, here, son, Here's my copy of Milo Goes to College. Ugh. Like, just walks away.
You see like a painted on mohawk.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just like-
fake. He has a
yeah.
comb over.
Have
it,
you
which
ever
makes it
listened to
better.
Descendants?
No,
That's my favorite punk rock band.
really.
Yeah.
I had to go listen to him after this.
Yes, please do that. Go listen to Milo Goes to College. It's my favorite punk rock album.
All right, yeah.
I own it on. I got it as a Christmas present on
kidding.
vinyl, like the original pressing from like '85.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
no kidding.
What about like hardcore punk?
You talking about like
You ever
The
heard
Clash?
of like
Like
Minor Threat?
Sick of It All, Bad Brains,
That's a little.
Hatebreed.
No,
Well,
that's-
early Hatebreed, or later Hatebreed's like metal, and then
Yeah.
Snapcase.
Yeah, that's gonna be more out of my jurisdiction of like how much punk I listen to. I only really listen to what they called the mainstream stuff, just
Okay.
because I thought it was kind of. I don't know. The only reason I really like punk music is just because of the music,
Yeah.
not really the vocals or the lyrics. I just like the
Oh
way
no,
they do the
there's no
guitars.
such thing as a good punk rock vocalist. They're
Hell no.
just yelling.
Yeah.
And, like, that's
Honestly.
all they're doing.
It's true.
And like they're again like, not to say that like punk rockers aren't like talented, but they're just like slamming on the guitar. Yelling
All they're
in the
doing is
microphone.
power chords.
Yeah,
It's all
basically.
power chords.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was a release of energy. You know what I mean? That's
That's
why
wow.
that scene was such a big movement. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like those kids had a
Yeah.
place to go and fucking, you know, rock the fuck out, dude.
Well, I was a rebellious teenager, so I think that's probably kind of why I have some heart for punk because
Yeah.
I chewed tobacco and I drank Coors Light. I was a rebellious teenager.
when I was 12 years old.
The only color crayons I need are red, white, and blue.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, somebody would like offer you a black and mild. You're like, I only smoke them cowboy killers.
Marlboro Red 100s, ball.
Hey man, can I bum a cigarette? Sure. Can you rip the filter off that for me, please?
In fact, you know what? I'll just take the tobacco out and then
Yeah.
re-roll it.
Gets his own, does it with one hand while like putting a dip in with the other. Jeez.
Oh,
yeah, see
shit.
that's stereotypes right there, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's
man.
what America is. It's funny. But I don't know, man. I never expected you to say punk rock.
Yeah,
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, we kind of looked at each other just in shock. We're
Yeah, like wait a minute, what?
what?
More than punk, I do like it, but I was trying to give you some really outside of country
Oh
music.
no! 'cause
Yeah, that's
I mean,
sweet, though.
If you would have said the Eagles, I'd have been like, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna say next. Is honestly truthfully my next favorite, since it's kind of not really country, but I also kind of consider it country, would be Southern rock and some
Yeah.
classic rock. Like that's my next favorite genre. It'd be like Leonard Skinner, Marshall Tucker Band, like you said, the Eagles. Those guys are like my next favorite. Of course, I do get behind some Led Zeppelin. I can't lie to you. I mean,
Hell yeah.
But
I think everyone's
Yeah,
behind.
That's
you were
true.
noticing the Floyd bottle opener there. You ever listen to those guys?
yeah, Pink Floyd. I like Pink Floyd. My dad was a big classic rock guy because that's when he grew up and everything. And Pink Floyd, I really like They don't really just go with just music. They add all the effects, but they don't overdo it.
It's
I
more
like
about the ambience with them too.
It
Yeah, dude.
is.
Wright
It's-
was nuts on the keys, man. Like
Yes.
he put some shit in there.
What about Rush?
Oh no, yeah, I like that drummer. I can't remember his name,
Neil Peart?
but that is a man right there.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
We were talking about that. If you were, a couple bands we listened to, you replace their members, like, they could still be that band. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
you take Neil Peart out of Rush, like,
If you take anybody out of Rush, they're done.
yeah,
It's not Rush anymore.
No, that's
Yeah.
true. I agree.
it's just like fast paced. It's no longer Rush.
Yeah.
Fast paced.
You guys heard that new single by Fast Pace called Huckleberry? Oh man.
Oh Lord, that's pretty good. I like Neil Young a lot too.
Okay.
Okay.
I
He
really,
had that country kind of sound. You know what I mean?
kind of sort of, but
Yeah,
he
but
was,
see, that's why I feel like all your inspiration is from these country artists who are like the artists similar to like the Eagles, like Neil Peart, like
yeah,
Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
for sure.
Yeah, they're not people so much that are in the punk scene, but in my personal opinion, they wrote real music. You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of that stuff had feeling. It had emotion in it. And it's not just like that painted on fakeness that we discussed earlier, you know what I mean? Like, that's raw. Like, that dude wrote that when he was going through something, or that
Yeah.
dude wrote something that really made him super excited, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
speaking of Neil Young, his song Old Man, you know
Old
what I mean?
Man.
It's talking about his dad, you know what I mean? Hey,
Yep.
man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. Like, I've listened to that song, and, I've touched base with it. Like, me and my dad, he was not around when I was growing up. We got a relationship now and stuff,
That's
you know
good.
what I mean? But it's crazy to look at myself in the mirror. Like, I have pictures of me. Like, I had like the handlebar mustache.
Oh,
and,
wow.
dude, there's this picture of him from like 1982, and I'm talking like spitting image. I was like, holy shit.
No
like,
way.
There's
hey,
a
man.
there's a picture of my dad whenever he was 10 years old, and if you took that picture and you put it next to a picture of me, you wouldn't be able to tell which one is which. You could be like, which one is Kenny, which one is his dad? You wouldn't even know.
50-50. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
I just have the mole right here. That's it. That's
Yeah.
the only way you can tell the difference.
Oh, dude.
It's crazy.
You know, so that's like a, relatable song,
For
like
sure.
we talked about. Like, that's a good one, man.
Yeah.
Take-
That's yeah.
Take a look at my life. That's sweet. So, you ever get into anything else other than guitar?
Not really. I've dabbled in the drums a
Yeah.
little bit. I have been wanting to learn the banjo very badly. I'm gonna sit down and do it one of these days because the banjo is the instrument that you can just about do anything with, and that's what I really like about the banjo. It's got a lot of heart to it, and I just like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
So I'd really like to get behind playing some of that.
Have you ever, like, touched one?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that top string's so weird, especially because it sits so far back.
I know.
It threw me off. I was like, what the fuck?
And it's
you know?
basically, it's actually considered the only stringed percussion instrument out there,
Yeah.
technically, which
Yeah.
is really cool to me.
Yeah, I don't know how much music you follow, but speaking of string percussion instruments, like a lot of people are taking the acoustic, and they play percussive guitar on it now, where people are using the body of the guitar and they're using the strings themselves to like make a beat with it.
Like August Rush.
I'm not certain.
Like that movie with that kid from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He's beating on the guitar. He's like that poor little, it's like an Oliver Twist kind of thing. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I would
talking
say
about?
kind of like that. One big artist, if you want to check him out, Andy McKee. He's like, in my personal opinion, like the inspiration for all that shit that's going on right now.
Yeah.
He started his own company, Candy Rat Records,
No shit.
and he picks up artists who are into that style of music. Dude, he plays some stuff like just slapping, and then he'll hit the string and then come back like on his guitar, and the stuff that he makes is just insane.
It's crazy.
There's another guy I listen to, Tobias Roscher, and he does some shit that you're just like you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
mind blowing. Like, how the hell did you get that to make that?
For sure.
And so, like, they're like slapping the strings and getting this different noise out of it. It's cool to see somebody taking an innovative approach to something so old.
Yeah.
It's you should check something out like that.
For sure. I will, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Do you aspire to sweet pick as well as Brad Paisley?
I aspire to do whatever I can to get my music out there. and
Have you
touch
ever
people.
seen Brad Paisley sweet pick?
Oh, it's awesome.
It's retarded.
You don't like it?
No, I mean, like, it's so dumb. I'm like, he's the best in the world at sweet pick.
He's really good.
It's like James Hetfield down picking.
Yeah, it's really cool.
James Hetfield would never up pick ever.
No.
There
You're
could
kidding.
be
Like, you're not joking? He actually sweet picks?
Yes.
Brad Paisley.
Yeah.
He
Oh
does.
my God, he's probably the best sweet. He's better than anyone you've ever seen sweet pick.
Jokes aside, he's really good.
I'm going to have to check that out. That's crazy.
No,
'Cause I listen to a lot of metal sweet pickers.
No, dude, go watch Brad Paisley sweet pick. It's stupid.
See, like, that kind of stuff
I'm not
blows my
fucking
mind.
with you. I know you think I'm
I
fucking
know,
with you.
I know,
I'm
I
not
know.
fucking with you.
That's like, what's a guy doing that shit for if he's, playing C, D, A?
He likes it.
That's sweet.
He likes that type of music, but he's just good at sweet picking, so he does it.
Yeah. It's really cool.
I
actually.
will never hate on anybody for making a type of music, because like there's people you're like, why are you playing this genre when you'd be so good here?
Yeah.
But it's like they genuinely like making that kind of music.
It's
Yeah.
where their heart is,
Yeah, and I will never hate on anybody for that.
for sure.
Yeah.
I might say some shit about like musicians. I might be like, well, that guy fucking sucks, but like he's insanely more talented than me.
Well, there. Yeah.
Like anybody who's in a band and can play, they are much more talented than me. You yourself, the most unique guest we're gonna have on the show, who's never played a show, you're so much better than me because you can play and you can sing.
Well, thanks, man.
I can't sing.
Did you find that hard to do?
To do them at the same time.
Yeah.
That was what took the longest.
Yeah, I was going to say, when I started, it was like when you're learning to rub your belly and pat your head.
It's the same
My
damn
mouth
thing.
just wanted to keep going with my fingers and vice versa, and I was like...
For me, I would try, when I was strumming, I would try to match my strumming with how I would sing it. So I would sing it and beat it kind of like that with the beat of my voice.
Yeah.
Like, like, I don't know what's that. He's got you. It's just,
Yeah.
it was so weird. But finally, I was just like, I would just play it at the general just beat of the song. And then I would just start singing. And then I was like, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
You know?
You kind of like back your hand out of your mind, and it's just a motion that you're doing now.
Right.
The best I could ever do was New Noise by Refused. I would just do the bass, and then whenever he says, "Can I scream?" I would just scream it, and then go back into the song. Because he doesn't play during that part, so, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a guy I watch on Twitch. His name's Sam Zeldin. Shout out Sam. He this motherfucker like sweet picks. He'll play shit by ear, like you just do requests, and he plays like insane metal songs. You know what I mean? But he's like sitting here looking at the camera, sweet picking while talking to people. Oh, yo, Infinifractal, yo, what's up, dude? How you doing? Oh, Jesse123, hey man, hey, get in here. How the fuck's your day going, man? And I'm just like, the whole time he's like, and I'm like, how in the fuck, like,
Yeah.
I can talk while playing now. That took a minute, you know what I mean? But I can be
Yeah.
playing something, have like a little conversation. But the talent of some of these people, you know, I just want to see them like, push, you know.
Good.
But
Yeah.
we got a little off topic. But you said like what you want to aspire to do is get your music out there.
Yeah, just get it out there, let folks hear it. You know, get them to feel what I was feeling when I wrote or played it.
Okay.
You know?
One more question I have for you, though, is like, do you have like complications? Like, do you think you're a better singer or a better guitar player? And like, does that affect your confidence at all?
Yes. So I've always felt like I'm more of a vocalist than any sort of instrumentalist to any degree. I literally only learned to play the guitar so that I would have something to do while I sang, so that I could go on stage and not just have to sit there a cappella. I could have something to sing with. That's the only reason I learned, and that's how I more deem myself a rhythm guitarist than anything, because I'm not
Yeah.
too good with the picking. You know what I mean? Like, that's more what I do because I'm more of a vocalist, I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was in high school. I did drama club. I was always doing the classical. I can do classical voice. You know what I mean? I do classical voice too, which is weird hearing how I talk and everything. You wouldn't think, but I do classical voice, and I felt like I'm more of a talented vocalist. So that does affect the confidence a bit. It does.
Yeah.
Can you give me some classical voice?
You want some classical?
I want some classical right now.
Trying to think of something. I'm definitely a baritone, so hold on. It'd be like Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. 'Tis you must go and I must bide.
Dude,
Okay,
that's sick.
I'm not fucking laughing at you. I'm just laughing because you hear your voice. You're like, I apologize. I'll just let me just go sing old Danny Boy real quick. Okay, I'll be right back. Like that's literally like that was so fucking good.
Yeah,
Thank
dude,
you,
that's
man.
unexpected as all hell.
I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're basically the Mel Susan Boyle.
Oh Lord,
You see Susan Boyle, you're like, what's this bitch gonna do? Then you hear her and you're like crying. You're like, it's so beautiful.
it's amazing.
She's so fucking good.
Why is it so good? Yeah. For any guys out there listening, Chris is a mutual friend, co-worker of ours, and we had a fire at our buddy's house, and he got invited out to play guitar, and their plan was just to make fun of him. And then he started playing, and they were just awestruck. Like, they're big country music fans, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they were like, dude, holy shit.
Yeah, and then they brought him over, and like I was like, okay, it's not going to be that good. He's not going to be as good as we think he's going to be. And they started playing, and I was like, Josh, he's going to be our first guest. Like, he's really fucking good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's...
So right now we're gonna let him play his song for you.
Yeah, we got, how many you got, man?
I'm gonna do two.
2 songs? Okay,
songs?
so we got
Okay.
2 original songs coming from Chris Eaton. Be sure to check him out, man. Started my Facebook page. He'll be on our YouTube. We'll give him some links and stuff so you guys can check it out at the bottom. But anybody watching, please check out the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. Smash that like button for us too. And
Give us a thumbs up.
yeah.
Just
All
and
right,
tell
so-
your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends, man. Tell your friends not only about Chris, or not about us, but about Chris, man. Like get him out there. That's the point of this. We want to get people noticed. You know what I'm saying?
My goal is that this goes. You know, a lot of people see this episode. Somebody gives Chris a call, and he goes out to California to record an album. We never see him again.
It'd be Nashville, dude.
Like I'm not saying that I
Yeah.
never want to see you again. I'm just saying like if you went away to record
fuck
music,
outta
I'd be so fucking happy.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Joel.
man, no, for sure. So, we're gonna drop you some love, but bear with us for a second while we transition to recording.
And also one more plug: if you want any T-shirts made, any tumblers for all your crafty needs, go ahead and look for Lola and Company. Vicky does a great job. She made our T-shirts. Josh is wearing one. I have one as well, but I just bought this Gojira shirt like 2 days ago, so like I was excited to wear it.
Yeah. By the way, we got one of these coming your way too for stopping in, man. We
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
appreciate it.
I
Thank you
appreciate
so
that, y'all.
much.
Yes.
All right, man. So let's go ahead and get this set up, right?
Sweet.
All right.
Let's do it.
See this one? Is that okay? Is that too
Yeah, that's perfectly fine, man.
okay?
How the fuck?
God damn.
I broke the fucking bottle. Josh, you want one of these?
I'll take one in a second.
Nope.
This will be for your guitar.
Alrighty. And we are still live, correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, well, like we're gonna edit this small section out.
Oh, we are gonna edit this out.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, are you gonna edit this out?
Fuck it. Let's not edit it.
Okay, fine.
Just all raw, baby.
Here we go, man. In the flesh.
Lord Almighty.
Ladies and gentlemen, with great respects, Chris Eaton.
Thank you, sir. This first one's a number called This Summer. And this song actually was written by a friend of mine, and she has given me permissions to sing this song. And this song is about a man that she was with for a while, that she knew and died overseas in serving the U.S. military. So. Sitting on the hood of my Ford, I could tell you wanted more than I could probably give. Thinking maybe you're the one, tan skin in the Georgia sun, and just learning how to live. The trees and the whippoorwills sing a mountain lullaby, intoxicated by the starlight in your eyes, holding hands in my front yard, Marshall Tucker playing in my car, and lightning bugs keep the rhythm of the songs. And the smell of your perfume hides the fact you'll be leaving soon. That's fine, 'cause this summer you were mine. Brown hair blowing in the breeze, 16 and wild and free. No clue who you're gonna be, at least not now. Low moon hanging in the sky, it's cooling off at twilight time. You and I are gonna be just fine, we'll work it out somehow. The trees and the whippoorwills sing a mountain lullaby, intoxicated by the starlight in your eyes, holding hands in my front yard, Marshall Tucker playing in my car, and lightning bugs keep the rhythm of the songs. And the smell of your perfume hides the fact you'll be leaving soon. That's fine, 'cause this summer you were mine. The trees and the whippoorwills sing a mountain lullaby, intoxicated by the starlight in your eyes, holding hands in my front yard, Marshall Tucker playing in my car, and lightning bugs keep the rhythm of the songs, and the smell of your perfume hides the fact you'll be leaving soon. That's fine, 'cause this summer you were mine. You were mine. Sitting on the hood of my Ford, I could tell you wanted more than I could never give.
Chris Eaton on the extraordinary expletive.
This next song is one that I wrote with a buddy of mine back in high school about a girl that I wanted to be with who didn't feel quite the same. So this one's called... Damn, I already forgot the name of my damn song. How the hell did I forget the name of my damn song?
Unrequited love.
Oh my
This
God.
one's called "It'll Get 'Em Frothing at the Gash."
Oh my God. Yeah, it's the first time doing all this. I'm actually a little bit nervous. I completely forgot the name of my song.
That's right. Untitled track.
Untitled track.
Untitled track number 3.
Why Not Me? Every time you look me in the eyes, I know our love is just a lie. I drink and smoke the night away, and I know this is only in my dreams. Then reality sinks in. You don't belong to me, you belong to him. Why not me? Can't you see? I would never break your heart. Your smile drives me wild, and that's what's killing me. We have a fire, we have a flame that nobody can explain. I know we ain't making you happy, it's clear to see. So why not me? He don't know you like I do, but I guess that don't matter much to you. Time I know is made strong, but I guess you can't see it's all wrong. I know he holds you in his arms, but baby, does he hold you in his heart? Well, why not me? Can't you see? I would never break your heart. Your smile drives me wild, and that's what's killing me. We have a fire, we have a flame that nobody can explain. I know we ain't making you happy, it's clear to see. So why not me? I said we have a fire, we have a flame nobody can explain. I know we ain't making you happy, it's clear to see. So why not me? Thank y'all, I appreciate it. And I appreciate y'all having me come out here and play today.
No, I appreciate you coming out here. You did a fantastic job.
Well, thank you.
You are very talented.
Well, thank you, sir.
You don't look like you're talented, but you are.
Once again, that's Chris Eaton on the Extraordinary Expletive. You guys heard him here first. Don't forget to check him out. We'll see you guys next week.